the story, have a go at retelling it to a friend. Amy stood in the middle of the playground holding on to her daddy's hand. Mrs. Lee rang the bell, and the children lined up for the start of the day. Amy waved and said goodbye to her daddy. As Amy lined up, she noticed her friend Ellis opening an envelope and smiling. She looked up at the line of children in her class waiting to go into school. Daisy had an envelope, and so did Alex. She saw Helen put hers into her school bag. Amy tapped Ellis on the shoulder. "What's in your envelope?" she asked. "It's an invitation to Polly's party," replied Ellis excitedly. "It's going to be cool. There's going to be face painting, a bouncy castle, and they are even having pizza delivered." As the children sat down on the carpet for the register, Amy felt sad. Polly had a beaming smile on her face as she looked around the classroom. All the other children were smiling back at her, excitedly chatting about the party. "Why haven't I been invited?" thought Amy. "I thought Polly was my friend." The rest of the day Amy felt sad. The day passed slowly, and she didn't mention to anybody that she hadn't had an invitation to the party. That afternoon her daddy picked her up and noticed her sad face. He asked her how her day had been. Before she could answer, Polly came running up to Amy. "Amy, I'm sorry. Granny handed out the invitations to my party this morning, but when she went home, she realized she hadn't given you yours. It was still in the bottom of her bag. I hope you didn't think I had invited everyone and not you. I would never do that." Polly thrust the invite into Amy's hand and rushed back to her granny. Amy beamed and looked up at her daddy. "It wasn't such a bad day after all," she smiled. Can you remember what the story was about? Now you can have a go at retelling the story. Look at the pictures to help you remember what happened. What is happening in this picture? What is happening now? What is happening in this picture? What is happening now? How does the story finish? Did you enjoy the story?